From the mundane, the component proponent, yeah.
Hello, I'm Chaz Marlar of Pair of Dice Paradise, and today I'm gonna cook up some board games. Really, I'm literally going to cook them. Recently, I've been analyzing the unplayed board games in my collection to determine why those games keep getting passed over and how to rectify it. Today, I'll be looking at Guardians Chronicles, designed by the Red Joker and published by Yellow. Now, this game's Kickstarter campaign raised 3 times its targeted funds. This was due, in part, to the spectacular miniatures that were planned for the game. But even the best laid plans can go awry, because whereas the Kickstarter page showed off minis that looked like this, due to apparent production issues, the majority of what arrived in the box more closely resembled a tangled mess of minis produced at an overheated candle factory by a team of perpetually confused goblins. Now, there's always some discrepancy between a creator's vision and the final product, but it would be nice if the game's figures stood up on their own. Now, unless I mistakenly purchased a box full of casualties, these don't quite function as I would expect miniatures should. Now, can these mangled minis be salvaged? Well, today, I'll be testing a tip for how to improve the minis in Guardians Chronicles. This suggestion can actually be used to straighten these or any other bent plastic minis. And it doesn't get much benter than this, so follow me to the Pair of Dice Paradise Test Kitchen, where we'll put this technique to the test. To straighten your minis using this method, you will need the following items: a pile of horribly deformed miniatures that you wish to correct, tongs, ice water, and boiling water. Now remember, to avoid serious injury, please follow standard safety precautions when working with boiling liquids. Using the tongs, dip the bent mini into the boiling water. This will relax the plastic, allowing the figure to bend back closer to its originally intended shape. Now you only need to dip it for a couple of seconds. Too much time in the boiling water could permanently damage the figure. Then remove it from the boiling water and promptly submerge it into the ice water. This will cool and re-solidify the plastic. If you don't obtain the desired results the first time, you can repeat this process several times without damaging the mini, as long as you're careful. Using this hot to cold water method, I was able to correct the worst of my Guardians Chronicles minis in less than 5 minutes. Now, does the technique work? Well, let's check our results. And hey, it worked like a charm! Hopefully, this technique is something that you can use to correct disfigured plastic minis in your own collection. As for me, now that the figures in Guardians Chronicles now actually stand on their own, hopefully, it'll help finally get this dust ornament to the table. Another tip for improving the minis in Guardians Chronicles is to simply replace them all with Marvel HeroScape and HeroClix figures. Does this technique work? Let's check our results. It works like a charm!